The bullets and the punches and the riots have been flowing in only one direction for too long.
I've been trying to tell you guys this whole time how corrupt all of these things were, and here we are.
It is not our responsibility to fix something they spent years intentionally trying to destroy. Unity can only happen in a country when you have a people who agree on what the outcome should be.
In the shadows of the Capitol, they're scheming in the night, selling out our freedoms for a pocket full of spite. From the border to the heartland, the wolves are at the door, twisting truth and tearing down what our fathers fought before. But I'm a patriot source, standing tall and true, with a Bible in my hand and old glory flying blue. Ain't apologizing for loving this land. We'll fight the forces of evil with fire in our stand. God bless the USA, we'll never back down. Patriots for freedom, wearing that crown.
Dude, that is awesome.
We're all professional and stuff now.
They loved it in the comments, folks. They
That
loved
was fantastic. Wow. So we have, as you guys just saw, the back-end production team. Yes, we have a back-end production team now. We affectionately gave them a name too. A couple of the incredible, hardworking clip master Jake, and as I'm sure you know, guarding the grid, have been working overtime and put together our own song and our own clip. And now I wanted to play that in the very, very beginning, but Nam was like, no, you have to play.
Me too. I was like, can we just use that from now on?
No.
Why do we have to do that first part where I say some stupid stuff?
SK
because
can't
that's
stand the song.
our intro. It's ours. Listen, I'm
Well-
not saying the new one is not, but that is our intro.
See, I'm one of these people that I like can pretty easily be emotionally moved by music. I don't know what it is about music. It like just affects me weirdly. Like I get
course.
goosebumps a lot when I
Me
hear a good
too.
song, and I got goosebumps twice during that song that they. And if you guys didn't notice, it is actually a song that was written for the Patriot Source Network. It was like I think they used AI. I don't know how he did it. All I know is it actually talked about the Patriot Source Network in there, which is fantastic.
So let's leave it up to the chat. Do we have a new intro song or do we stay with the old intro song? Leave it up to the chat.
New one.
All right. Well, I
Yeah,
know
let's
2 out of 3. Listen, I like the new one too. I'm just like, listen, you can't like come in cold on an entirely new intro song. You got to like, you got to, it's got to.
Well, we
gotta
can still,
phase
I
it
guess we can still do it. Just do it like we just did just now. Just do that every time.
Yeah, I'm
That's
okay
like
with
a
that.
3-minute intro, but
All
It's
right.
fine.
so all right, let's
Lots
let
of
them
people
see.
have
It's right.
5-minute or 10-minute like intros
enough.
and countdowns.
Oh, Sheila. Oh, GR Patriot likes it better. I'm so fourth strike is torn. Hey, we'll keep an eye on this. We'll keep an eye on this.
Yep.
But-
Got a
so-
what is this? Is this okay?
Okay.
This is a
That's a-
Rumble rant?
that's-
No, this is a okay.
No.
This is a what are these things called?
Super chat. And
Super chat.
yes, I love
Okay,
it.
Cajun
won't-
Patriot. Thank you so
You won't
much.
see Rumble rants in this chat. You only see them live on
That's
on
right.
screen.
Says Cajun Patriot says, I love you guys. You're amazing. You're like family to me. I don't have many friends or people around me, but I feel like I'm part of something here. I love that. And you're not alone. I don't have many friends either. And it's not because people don't like me, because a lot of people like me. I just don't really go out that much. I don't get around that many people. I'm at that age where I'm just like, I may see you guys like once a year, and I'm okay with that because I got a lot going on. I got a family I want to hang out with. I work my tail off. I do this. So I don't really have that many friends either. So I hear you. And
I
I'm
don't
a-
have.
Yes.
I
And
moved.
while everyone's here,
wife.
make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you X out the chat, hit the thumbs up button, come right back. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you share it everywhere you can because that's apparently the only way we can grow. And apparently we have to grow if people are going to hear what we have to say, which is not what I want. But
I don't know, SK. Apparently, we got some stuff to talk about. Eventually, we'll
Not
get
yet.
there.
I have more programming notes
Okay,
first
more
before we get
programming.
into that because again the back end what'd you call them, the
Back end production team.
production
Back-end
team, the
production.
back end production team and I
The
were
BE.
working today. We were working all day today. I don't know if you saw that, the conversations going on. We were working all day today. We are stripping out the audio from every single podcast, not just ours, but the girls on the Red Wave Unfiltered show. We're getting RSS feeds set up, and we will be pushing these, I promise you, sometime next week up to Apple Podcasts, likely Spotify, audio only, though. That we're going to have audio only on Apple Podcasts and Spotify by Friday of next week. That's my promise to you guys.
Can you guys hear me? Is my microphone working?
we
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, your
Yes.
microphone's on. It is
I
on.
just want to be clear. What Nom just did is he just set himself a deadline. So
Shit.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
you
in
did
Tampa
that.
all week next week too. But
I know.
it's a thing.
You
All
just
the
set
hard work's
yourself a
done.
deadline. Okay.
Yeah,
That's fantastic. Now,
Clipmaster Jake has already extracted all the audio. Now I just got to set up the RSS source and shove it up there and get it done. It will be
my
easy. It'll be done
God.
this weekend.
You just said shove it up there and get it done. And what's crazy is Patriot Vicky just said back end kind of sounds prisony.
This is all technology speak, folks. Back
I
end
know, I
means
was
things
reading
to us.
DMs
It
that
means
you
different
guys
things
were-
to you.
I was reading the DMs that you guys were sending earlier today. Look, folks, by the way, this is the after hours show. So we're just going to talk about whatever the heck we feel like it. And you may not necessarily get a whole lot out of this stuff, but that's what the after hours show's for. It's supposed to be a much more relaxed experience. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to talk about things that we think are important. And right now we think getting this show up on Apple and up on Spotify is important. So I was reading the DMs between these three tech geniuses today, and my mind was spinning, which is weird because in my real life, I work with people like this all day long. And yet I was still like, it is so good to have some of the smartest people in the world helping to get this thing up and running and get it out the door. It's fantastic. I actually felt like I was in a meeting with a bunch of engineers who were building something that I'm used to seeing built all day long. It was fantastic to watch. It was really cool.
Everybody's asking what I'm drinking. The same thing.
You're not allowed to ask.
The same thing I was drinking last Friday, which is the last time I drank, actually, because I usually don't. I've drank more since we've been doing After Dark than I have probably all year.
Hold on, real quick. We changed the name of it too, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Look, folks, last night we made a decision. SK, you got left out of the super secret meeting last night. We had a super secret meeting last night with the back end production team, and it was suggested that we change the name of the Friday show from the After Dark to the After Hours show. And I think we just unanimously made a decision, and we can probably go back if you want to have that discussion. But After Hours feels a little more exclusive than After Dark, because if you think about it, all of our shows are done after dark. So
Yeah,
After
but
Hours is
After
like
Dark implies it's like spicy.
Well, After Hours, if you ever did any clubbing back in the day, back when I was young, when I was an alcoholic, and I was doing a lot of stupid stuff, the exclusive fun happened after hours. The bar would shut down, and then you would go to the after hours party. That's what this is.
That's true. That's true.
That is also true. And after hours parties are way more exclusive.
That's
so-
right.
Rumble Rant, $5, MK475. Appreciate you guys. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you.
We appreciate you 100%. You're our
So this is
family
how
now.
I have to type the Rumble Rants over here to get them on the big screen for you all, because it's a Rumble problem. It's not our problem. Rumble's API just doesn't send these rants over for some reason. I don't know why.
Yep.
Well, we missed this one. We missed this
says,
one. Hold on. We'll come
there's
back to
another
Garden of Grid.
Joy
Do you know
McCoy.
Pure Joy McCoy? He'd be no, we don't know Pure Joy. I don't know Pure Joy McCoy. Introduce him. We'd love to be introduced to him. We'll talk to anybody. We will talk to absolutely anybody. Well,
speaking of,
not anybody.
Speaking
We're going to
of,
vet them first, but
folks, I don't know if you know this, but on Wednesday when we were doing our show, I think Nom may have made a mention of it, that one of my favorite YouTube channels, a guy by the name of Timothy Alberino, you've heard me talk about him a lot, was being interviewed by Paramount Tactical, our man over there at Paramount Tactical. You guys may remember him. He had us on his show. We were talking about how all the sock puppet accounts are being used to pretend or create this illusion that Candace Owens and her demons of propaganda were actually bigger and more powerful than they actually were. Well, Timothy Alberino was on Gary's show on Wednesday, and holy moly. Can we play some of that? Do you think we should?
I could play? Yeah, I could certainly play some. Well,
no, let's
I mean, are we allowed to? Can we play some of his? No, I just wanted to show it.
I don't know what to have you play, because I'm only about an hour into it, and I could listen to this guy talk all day long.
I could too.
Dude, I don't know how you guys do it.
He is one of the best communicators I think I've ever heard. Go watch that podcast.
I haven't tried it with like the podcast that Gary did. I've been super busy, but I did try whatever it is you guys told me to watch. It was like 62 days long.
Just 8 hours. It was 4 2-hour segments.
I do better reading.
I got through it in like half a day.
No, I do better reading. I'm not an auditory learner. I like tune out, and I plan my entire life. And then like 45 minutes in, I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about. But I couldn't do it. I tried. I couldn't do it.
I say that because I want to get Timothy Alberino on the show.
If anybody can get Timothy Alberino, I know Gary. We can talk to Gary and see if we.
No, he'll answer DMs. DMs are open. We can DM him ourselves.
We're probably not big enough yet, but I want to ask Timothy Alberino very specific questions, because he is the one who sort of introduced the whole transhumanism concept to me. I know PatriotDad's he understands this, but to me, through that 8-hour thing and explaining like what the golden age is and what it all means and how they're trying to steal your birthright. And the only way they can do that is basically transform you and convert you from less human into something else. I want to know what his thoughts are on what they were actually doing down at Epstein Island with the whole genetic modification, trying to change your genetic code and create things that are not natural. That's what they were doing. That's what Bill Gates and Stephen Hawking and all those MIT and Harvard folks, that's why Epstein was messing with those guys. And I want to know what Alberino's thoughts are on that.
Yeah. Well, he seems a little busy right now. So I was on his X account yesterday, and the topics that he's being asked to talk about are going to blow your mind. So we're not going to spoil it. And I don't want to take the show down that path, at least not tonight. So I would encourage you guys, go watch Wednesday night's episode of the Paramount Tactical Show, the interview with Timothy Alberino. It'll blow your mind. And then just go visit Timothy Alberino's X account. Just go visit. See if you can find a couple of the posts or these spaces that he's been invited into recently. It's fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. If you like to talk about things that used to be conspiracy theories and are not really that conspiracy theories anymore, go check him out. It'll blow your mind. Do it.
Listen, Kat Sass has a good point. She said that's why she watches replays on YouTube, because they have transcripts. I never thought about that, Kat Sass. That's a great idea. Also,
I don't know how you can read that much, because I will fall asleep in 5 minutes if I sit down and read.
Well, I read really fast. Like when I just glance at the screen, I can read several comments at once, just glancing at it. But
wait,
also,
say that one more time. Hold on, stop. Say that one more time.
When I glance at the screen,
I heard you say something the other day that I heard, but I didn't quite pick up on. You said something like you can look at a paragraph and you can read it like a snapshot almost.
Yeah.
Do you have like a photographic memory?
No, like not too long ago, there were like videos going around on X that would pop up on my thing, and it was like the speed reading thing, and it would show you how many words per minute you can read, and it would like go faster and faster and faster, and it'd be like, now you're reading 800 words a minute or whatever, and then it's like only a tiny portion of the population can read this many, and it's like 900 words a minute. I was like, I'm reading this like it's nothing. I didn't have any idea I could read that fast. I don't know. I didn't know it was something that wasn't normal.
Do you retain the information when you read it that fast?
For the most part, it depends how much I'm paying attention. Like, it depends if I'm looking, because like when I look at a paper or a document or something, I'm like usually looking for certain words. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But in the process, I like read it. I don't know. I can't explain it.
What the heck is this question? What is this?
Since the questionable gardener, since we're on conspiracies, I want to know how much of Epstein was experiments behind the scenes. Maybe some of these people weren't having sexual relationships, but they were playing mad scientist.
I
That
think he needs to
was
follow
exactly
questionable
my
gardener.
point. Yes, questionable gardener. That right there is exactly what I was trying to get at.
But everyone needs to follow questionable gardener. I found questionable gardener shortly after I got active on X, and he's helped me a ton. And he's a great guy and a great researcher. And yeah, he's great. You should follow him.
Speaking of, can we just like real quick, where is the Anna Paulina Luna clip?
Which one?
Not the one where she's this one right here. All right, I'm gonna see if it's in here. I want to pull this up real quick.
We're gonna set any of this up, or we just jumping right into it?
How about Anna P. Names? Name, is that it?
Yeah, the names one I think is the one that has name.
No, I don't think it is. Shoot,
it's where she says that that they are investigating the honeypot thing, right?
Yeah,
she's outside.
Yep, name that. Yeah, pull that one up. Anna P. Names, and I want to talk about this real quick because I'm struggling a little bit with something that she says here, and I kind of want everyone's opinion because I have a very different philosophy. Do you have it in the green room?
Well, I think we're maxed out on video. So is this it here?
Himself with presidents, princes, billions.
No, that's the one I put in there.
Well, no, go ahead and play this one. Go ahead and play this one. This one's fine.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to clear some stuff out if we want.
Go ahead and play this one.
And the Ivy League. How did a middle-class kid from Brooklyn climb that high? Throw women and money around, suck millions out of people, and spend so much time mysteriously overseas, and spend so much time with the former president of Israel, the heads of modeling agencies, flying girls, a lot of them Russian, all over the world, greasing customs and getting sweetheart deals from our very own government officials. How is this all happening under the eye of the FBI? The guy's obviously a spy, or he's working for spies, maybe for Israel, maybe for us too, maybe a double agent. He's shaking guys down. He's doing introductions. He's fixing high-class problems. He's in the middle of everything.
I don't know.
You should see these emails. Everything.
Way too long.
That might be a different one. That's not the same one.
I think that might be the other one. But the point is, I saw a video clip of Anna Paulina Luna standing out somewhere, and she was making the point that, in her professional opinion, she believes that Jeffrey Epstein was running a honeypot scheme. And I'm like, as I heard that, I was like, I feel like that's the perspective that you should have had like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Not the perspective that you should have today. So unless something she learned through the Hillary and Bill Clinton depositions changed that, I don't think that's right. I don't think, for everything that I've seen, I don't think it is simple as saying the guy was running a honeypot scheme for intelligence agencies. He didn't need to. There was no reason for it. Folks, the people that were associating with Epstein were not associating with him because he had blackmail material on them. That's not the point. That's not the reason why they were there. They were there because they all have very similar goals. That's the reason why you have these scientists, these DNA experts, you have these geneticists, you have these biologists, all of these people around this industry of trying to figure out how to make a superhuman through breeding programs, through genetic manipulation, through seeding DNA like Epstein was planning to do. So that question that the gardener asked is, was he actually doing this stuff? And it wasn't just for, for sexual gratification. Yes, he was. And I think you can make a very strong case that the underage kids were both lab rats and presents to the people he was working with. Gifts.
Yeah. So I think they were two separate categories of them. There were, so no, hold on. I'm not sure that they were gifts per se. I think that there were
sweeteners.
Deals. There were deal sweeteners, right? Sure. But I think there was entirely, party favors. I think there were entirely separate categories, though. I mean, you're not going to have the deal sweeteners, the party favors going to be experimented on either. But I have zero problem understanding or accepting the concept or the idea or the theory that these scientists that were so deeply involved with Jeffrey Epstein, this is exactly what they were doing. I have no qualms with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not for a second. And I never have. I never
Were
have.
these the same Operation Paperclip scientists that came from Germany that Candace keeps talking about constantly?
Candace
Were they
is
like those scientists?
All right. We're going to go here. Okay. I know that Paul Prater doesn't want us talking about Candace Owens.
I don't
and
want to
we
talk
will-
about fucking
I know
Candace
you don't.
Owens.
Dude, I don't
You
want to talk
don't
about Epstein or
wanna talk-
Candace, and that's all everyone wants to talk about. There's so many more important things to talk about.
Like
But
what?
it's Friday, and this is fun to talk about. We were having just to share a little bit of back end discussion, so you guys can get a little bit of a look under the hood. All day today, well, not all day, but a good part of this afternoon, SK Nom and I were going back and forth in text messaging, and there's some stuff that I am like desperate to talk about, and Data Republican is kind of like pushing SK to like, come on, hurry up. We got stuff to do. And she's been basically like calling her on the carpet for not getting ready or getting prepared fast enough. And I want to talk about it.
You
So
better be careful, dude. You better be fucking careful.
I want to talk about it,
What are
but we're
you doing?
not ready to do it yet. I think we're ready, but we're not ready to do it yet. Until SK says we're ready, we're not going to be ready. But
This is
nonetheless,
SK's show when it comes to this information.
That's right.
And you are going to shut up
I
until
know.
she
You
says,
guys,
don't
we've already
shut up.
talked about it like 6 times. We've already told you almost all of it multiple times. Lisa was on here on episode 39. Go watch episode 39. It's right there. It's
yeah, but
all
we're going to
there.
talk about it again.
We're
and
going to go way more in depth because there's way more connections, and Epstein files have been released since then. People are referenced, and then that made me get curious. And then I'm like, oh shit, these people are all tied to this. It's
That's
kind
right.
of crazy.
But the question that I asked her in our chat or in our text stream was, do you think Candace Owens knows that she's part of the PSYOP? Because I don't know if SK thinks that she even knows that she's being played like a puppet. I actually think Candace Owens knows full well I think she is a bumbling, stumbling moron.
You're giving her entirely too much credit. She's not smart enough. She is actually dumb. And here's the thing, okay? It's all one giant psyop. All of it's a psyop. It doesn't matter who it's coming from. We are living in a simulation, okay? The research I did all day today, all day yesterday, all day the day before that. Earlier, I sent a message to Lisa and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I quit. I don't want to do this anymore. I hate this. And everything's dumb. And the stuff that I'm looking at, it makes this is what they put people into mental institutions for when we had institutions. It was the people that were talking about psyops and talking about all of this shit that isn't supposed to be real.
Sorry, oops.
Too early.
I
Too
didn't even
soon.
mean to pull that up. That was
You ruined
totally
it.
the wrong button. Keep going.
You
SK.
ruined it.
None of this
You
is
ruined it.
supposed to be real. I was like, okay, I can't even believe I'm using the word psyop and being fucking serious, number one. But number two, to put it in writing on X in like a whole ass post. What? Also, I don't want to go to a mental institution. This is what they used to lock people away for. Like, people don't, what? This isn't real. And then when I was reading into these companies, and you have Cambridge Analytica and Steve Bannon, which we've talked about several times, and the parent company and all the companies that the parent company were part of. And it literally says like their entire purpose is fucking psyops. And you're like, wait, there are actual companies that their job is psyops. Like, and they work with 60 different countries and the militaries of all of these countries. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Like this, it's on the internet. Like this is their website. They talk about, they do psyops and they alter like mass behavior. And I understand there are good uses for it, like marketing and things like that. But when you actually advertise that you work with militaries, that's where it gets a little bit questionable.
Little psyopy.
I mean, it's all a psyop. I mean, all
Yep.
the marketing is basically a psyop. They're trying to
But you
convince
didn't
you to buy
answer the
something.
question, SK. I want an answer to the question. Oh, there we go. There we go. Love it. Unfortunately, I ruined it by pulling that video up too soon. I cut her off midstream. Comments, chat. I need your opinion on this. Do you think Candace Owens is smart enough to know that she is actively running a psyop as a major component of the color revolution? Or do you think that she's just an idiot and is just going along because she wants the clicks? I think Nom has a perspective. What's yours?
My perspective, listen, I think we have, as a dude, right? If there's other dudes in the crowd here, and I think some of you women understand this too, right? There are certain archetypes of women, like narcissists, like borderline personality disorder. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? Who they are always the main character. Like they're the main character in everything, no matter what. They are never the bad guy ever, no matter what they're doing. And when they're the main character and they're never the bad guy, I think that's where Candace is. I mean, she literally went on, and SK, I think you're the one who said this earlier in our chat. She went out there and she said, no, don't feel bad about Charlie's children. SK,
She said don't pray.
People not pray.
She said don't pray for Erica's. She didn't say Charlie. She said don't pray for Erica's children. And this is in the middle of her like trying to show Erica's entire genealogy and family tree and speculating about, well, maybe this person's actually not who it is in her family. Like stupid shit. Today, I haven't finished the entire episode. I'm almost done. But she's literally pulling up Erica's mom, and she's like, in the last 25 years, this is how many LLCs that she's had. And I'm watching this like, in 25 years, you clearly haven't done any business, because if you had, you would know that anyone that does business on a regular fucking basis has that many LLCs or more, because every time you do a new deal, you're starting a new LLC. She's like, this is evidence of money laundering. And I'm like, this is evidence that you're fucking retarded.
Thank you.
She's so dumb.
No, I mean, yes. Perfect, but it's the main character energy. It's the narcissist energy that she is this Pied Piper that all of these people are now dependent on to get to the root, because there's an ulterior motive here somewhere. Never mind the fact that they're literally having evidentiary hearings right now in the case against Tyler Robinson. Like they're presenting ballistics evidence to a court and saying this is actual scientific evidence of what these bullets and this ammunition did, and it's being accepted as evidence in these evidentiary hearings, because that's what actually happens, not the fucking bullshit I dreamt about it, and I don't know, but I know, but we don't know, but I know.
The Mormon bees. She even yesterday put up a picture of Erica Kirk when she was a little girl. Like it looked like she was in a ballet outfit. And she was like, oh, look. And she's even dressed like a bee. Oh, and she's also accidentally putting up a Masonic sign. And then like the whole entire internet's covered in Candace Owens as a fucking adult with her hands in a position that could be misconstrued as being a Masonic symbol. Like these people are actually crazy. Completely nuts. Like the delusions of grandeur that this woman has, in my non-MD opinion, I have no medical degree, but the delusions of grandeur that she has, to me, is evidence of actual mental illness. She is not okay.
That's where I'm coming from on this. I don't think that she has to know that she's the Pied Piper of the psychological operation. I think that she believes that she is the savior in her own main character story. Those are very different problems. Those are different problems. Okay.
Well, hold on. I was going to ask you to pull up the one that I put in there that starts with an A. Pull that one up, because that'll tell you whether she's a willing participant in this psyop or if she has no idea she's being psyoped. All you have to do is listen to her speak and you'll figure out which one it is.
Anecdote?
Yes. That's how she says anecdote. And I guarantee you it's because they typed it out phonetically, because she can't fucking read.
Did you say anecdote?
This is the point. This is the point that I'm making, is that I don't think she's smart enough at all to be leading it, but I absolutely think this woman knows full well what she's doing. Somebody is writing her script and she's reading it. She's reading it.
They are typing her scripts phonetically, you guys.
Okay, I want you, you made the comment, SK, so I'm pulling you into this. All right. You said that you think there's serious mental illness going on here, and I don't disagree with you. I want you, in your armchair medical diagnosis hat, I want you to diagnose what you hear here for me. All right. So this is a Maze Moore clip. By the way, I'm really starting to appreciate Maze Moore. Does great work. I want you to listen to this, and I want you to hear what she's saying.
Which brings me to dreams, by the way. A dream that I had, a very vivid dream, whereupon Charlie told me that he had been betrayed. And so he's been betrayed. That's it. Loving your emails, telling me about your dreams. People in Turning Point had dreams. There was one young woman who emailed me and said, Candace, like, I just have to tell you, the week leading up to this, I had a very vivid dream about so-and-so at the company and 6 snakes that were around him. There was many people who dreamed, for whatever reason, the number 6 was in their dreams in terms of the weapon, whatever it was 6 that was appearing. And so I'm kind of going by a vibe that there may be 6 people who betrayed him by the end of this.
Feelings, dreams, vibes.
One too many dreams to that effect from people around the world. One morning, he would often, I guess, speak to Erica about how close he was with his grandfather. His grandfather had already passed. He's dating Erica, and she's getting to know him and his life and the things that matter to him. And he says that one morning, Erica wakes up and she tells him that his grandfather, who has passed and who he adored, came to her in a dream with a message. And he just thought that was quite odd. I thought that was an interesting story. It tells us a little bit about Erica because that is a psychology of sorts. It kind of reminds me of when Meghan Markle would spray Diana's perfume on to sort of attract Harry. We're learning a lot more about Erica and her psychological profile. I've been telling you guys, I have been having...
Did you catch that?
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, she's accusing Erica. Accusing Diana. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so here's what I heard, and I want your expert opinion on this because you are the resident expert on this stuff. In half the clip, she spends all this time talking about how she relies on her dreams and she relies on the dreams of people at TPUSA who are leakers to her. She relies on them. As a matter of fact, she built almost her entire early stage platform on this topic on her dreams. She said that Charlie Kirk came to her in a dream and basically told her to keep going, that he was betrayed. And that was the whole reason why she did this. And then in the next version, she seems to be saying that she can study the psychology of Erica, who had a dream about Charlie Kirk's grandfather passing away. And that's a good indication of effectively saying that she's crazy because she has dreams. SK, diagnose that for me.
Oh, she has schizophrenia.
Fucking psycho.
Yeah, no. Listen,
there's your diagnosis.
She's constantly accusing Erica of being a psychopath, but I mean,
I said this. I literally said this.
Yeah,
I said that.
I feel like everything she says, it's every accusation is an admission, in my opinion. It's just like the Democrat Party, which is where she came from, which is clearly where she's returned to. And she's doing it. She's been doing it. I've been saying since 2024. I think that she has, I thought that she had postpartum depression, but now I'm like, it's been a minute. I think this has moved into like schizophrenia territory or something because she's not okay.
She's not.
Guys,
all right.
Guys, do you remember almost as soon as this happened, what was the one thing I said to you, PatriotDad, about the Jezebel spirit, right?
Yep.
And seeing that, and I know you see that. You've seen that in some instances before.
You can see it.
We know. We've talked about this quite a bit. And that same narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder. I'm telling you, whether she knows that she is leading this psyop or not, she honestly believes that she is saving Charlie's memory, or she's saving Charlie's legacy by trying to absolutely destroy his wife and his life's work. That is the epitome of narcissistic personality disorder. I mean, she's fucking insane.
Well, think about it this way. People out there are absolutely crazy enough to hear something on social media and take a nugget that somebody says and then feel justified to go shoot the president of the United States. That's the same type of mental illness that I think this woman is working under right now. Yeah. I don't think she's being played unwillingly. I think she absolutely knows what she's doing, but I think she's absolutely crazy and is willing to do it. Just like some dude is willing to go climb up on top of a building and try to shoot the president of the United States because he's crazy. He's crazy.
Guarding the grid, I think guarding the grid is on it. Yeah. So in my humble opinion, I think she's super salty because her and Charlie were connected to people kind of at the same time. And yet Charlie is the one that kind of made, took off and got, sprung forward. But she's the reason that they were ever discovered to begin with by the people that they were discovered by. It was Candace's tweets that were then recognized by somebody else that then introduced them to people that then started new chapters in other countries and other
no. But at the end of the day, Charlie did all of the work. Charlie did all of the work, all of the fundraising. Charlie's the one that actually built the organization. He is the one who went around and he's the one who raised all the capital to do everything that it wasn't Candace Owens who did all of that. It was Charlie who did that work. So Guardian of the Grid, she hates somebody. I don't think it's Charlie she hates. I think it's Erica she hates. And I think it's just pure jealousy. Jealousy that Charlie picked Erica and not her. That's my opinion. And I'm fucking sticking to it. That's the Jezebel spirit. I'm sorry. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly how the Jezebel spirit would behave.
That's right.
I do think that plays into it. I do. I think that plays into it. But at the same time, I just really think that Candace Owens, she's always talking about Erica and how she wanted to be famous and she wanted to be in the spotlight. And, she wanted to, do all this work. She wanted to be up front and center and all of this. And I feel like she's talking about herself when she's saying that. And I really feel like she was super salty when Charlie really took off and she didn't, yet she was kind of the reason that they expanded in the way that they did. It was her tweets and the things she was doing and saying that kind of got them recognized, but yet she kind of got left behind. But also she was doing all of the crazy shit at the same time and saying Hitler really wasn't that bad of a guy kind of stuff. And, the anti-Semitic, it's the Jews stuff. She was all in on that and she was okay with it. And Turning Point USA was not okay with it. And that's where everything went south.
That's right. Because I think she's always harbored this anti-Jew, anti-Semitic vein in her. And I think it comes natural, which is why I think that she fits so well into the color revolution. Because that's who she is. She believes in that. Anyway, we're gonna advance.
Came from somebody else, but
well, that's true. We're gonna advance the conversation. We're gonna okay, folks. We are gonna eventually show you all of the receipts as soon as SK gives us the green light and feels like it's time. And I don't really know why we don't feel like it's time yet, but
because I don't know how to put it together. I don't know which direction to go. I have all the receipts. I've had them for months. I mean, we've had all this. We've talked about it.
Maybe we need to have a planning meeting and talk about it.
Well, I just don't know. I don't know. I personally know I can't go with the PSYOP route straight out the gate because, go ahead and just admit me. I think it'd be much better to stick to just like factual connections first, but laying it out.
That way, that's the less litigious possible way. So
it is.
We should stay.
So I listen, USC Demam, listen, I am freaking with you. SK, we are totally with you. I don't want to talk about this fucking bullshit anymore. No. I don't want to. But
it is a cancer that has to be excised. It has to
be excised because I don't know if you know it or not, but it is literally destroying the voting base of the Republican Party right now.
Well,
and it's entirely intentional.
Hold on. So I've thought that too. And I want to maybe push back on that a little bit. All right. So I'm active on Instagram. I'm active on TikTok. I'm active on X. And the only place that I really experience a lot of Candace Owens conversation is on X. Do you know that X really only accounts for about 9% of the American public?
I did know that, yes.
And you realize that out of all of that 9%, you're talking about maybe a few thousand actual real people. All the rest of the people engaging in the comments, all the rest of the bot accounts, release the receipts, SK. $10.
Release the receipts, SK.
I'm
bucks.
not
$10
Candace,
for the
okay?
receipts, SK.
You guys all know I have the receipts, and that's why I kept telling Lisa today. I was like, you know what? I'm perfectly fine, like, just walking away from my ex account for a couple of weeks and just pretending like none of this happened so I don't have to post any of this shit. And I'm like, you know, the people that have followed me from the beginning, they know I always have receipts. They know I have them. I just don't want to do it, okay?
Where's Rokana and Massey? Where's Rokana and Massey when we
Release
need
the
that? When we need listen, we're going to need Candace receipts transparency action going on in Congress right now.
For
Can
the
I
point
say
that
one thing
Sure.
just real quick? I need a quick little spicy rant.
Okay.
If you sock puppet accounts come for Data Republican again, you will regret it. You people are. Listen. I'm going to try to keep it at least PG-13.
No, we don't have
like
any.
80s PG-13. 80s PG-13, okay? We can use the F word like once or twice. You guys better control yourselves. You all know Data Republican is genuine. She's one of the nicest, best people, hardest working people on X for sure. Leave her alone. She made a comment to someone, a rant. You guys have no idea what it's like to make a comment on a random person's post just because you're making a random comment and then it be, 100,000 views and create like a whole thing where people are then pressuring you to release all this stuff and telling you you're lying. You guys she's having a normal conversation with people on the internet. You just happen to see it.
That's right.
Back off.
Yeah.
Also, I'll release shit when I feel like releasing it. And no, I'm not clout chasing because you guys all know clout is the last thing I want. My face being on this computer screen was never in the plan for me. I didn't want this. I didn't ask for it. I don't give two shits what happens. If all of this goes away tomorrow, I can thank you. Now I can go back to my real life. And I don't have to do this anymore. I'm not asking to be here. I'm here because I'm led to be here, and I'll be here as long as you guys.
Bullshit, you're asked to be here. We asked you to be here.
Oh, well,
Okay.
no, I know, but you get
Can
what
I
I'm
just
saying. Like, I was
can I
led
just point
here.
out that SK's spicy rant was so stinking spicy that she literally ranted through the spicy rant buffer.
Through the spicy reel.
Through the buffer. She continued to rant. That was fantastic.
Leave Data Republican alone. Period.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
whoever bot farm people, however that technology works, whatever it is, call your bots off because Data Republican is not who you need to be going after. If you want to go after somebody, go after me.
Real quick. Hey, I've seen this comment in here twice. If any of you can send us this video, send it to our PS pod on X or DM either one of us. I don't have it.
25.
Yeah, send it to us and we will play it because I want to see it. I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I want to see
it. I'm assuming the body language guy is saying that she's totally full of shit, but I want to see it. I haven't seen it.
She is full of shit. We know that. All right. So the point that I'm trying to make is that there is this perception out there, and I think maybe we are a little bit, myself mostly, might be a little bit guilty of helping to seed this I don't know, this perception that she's destroying the MAGA base. I don't know if that's true. I think what we're struggling with is that social media can be a bubble, and X is a like hypersensitive bubble of people who do this all day long. But once you go out into the real world and you talk to people about this, they basically are like, yeah, Candace Owens is nuts. She's a lunatic.
Wait, you talk to real people?
I do talk to real people. I go to church once in a while.
Real world?
I talk to people all the day. Look, I go to church and most of the people that I live in my day, they have no idea that I even do this. There are a few that do. I occasionally will run into people in my community. They're like, hey, I see you on, yeah, that's me. But I can walk into my church and most people just know me as me. They don't know me as Patriot Dad. They don't know what I do. And I talk to them and I ask questions about this kind of stuff. And to a person, they're almost like, this lady's nuts. She's batshit crazy. We're not paying attention to her. They think she's nuts. That's the consensus I get when I'm talking to people out in the real world. Now, granted, I don't go out into the real world that much, and my sample size is probably pretty small. It's people of faith who have a natural ability to discern demons, because that's part of what we're called to do, Christians, to discern the demonic activity playing out in front of us and to call it out, to get involved, to deal with it. We are literally called to destroy the works of the devil. And when you see the works of the devil playing out in front of you, attempting to destroy a widow, her family, a political organization, probably one of the most important organizations on the planet at the time that Charlie Kirk was murdered. It is our responsibilities, church, to get in the game and deal with it. So those are the people that I had talked to, and they think she's batshit crazy. But I do want to show you this. I know, Nom, you had a clip of something in the green room, but I'm going to like pivot and I want to show you a different one. All right. Just to prove to you that what is happening online is in fact a complete and total snow job. So I'm going to pull up Candacebots 2, not Candacebots 1, because Candacebots 1 was only showing you a screenshot. Watch this one.
Look at this. Look at my chat. Look at my chat versus Candace Owens's. Nah, slow mode or not, doesn't matter.
Is that this was done
Dude, come on,
after
my
the fact?
fucking chatters
Maybe
are
someone had a
typing
friend
"fa"
down
in
at the
her
county
chat.
clerk who was responsible for scanning those docs into the system. 2 documents.
Look,
I should also
her
add
entire
that
chat
I
is
could not find
my
a single
fucking
trace of their
chatters.
alleged marriage in Marble
Her
Hill
entire
Institution
chat is
system.
my
It
chatters.
doesn't exist.
Do
I
you
can
think
find
a
some
36,000 person
Marblehead, I would like to
live
say, is certainly an
viewership
interesting
channel
town to pick because it's the
would be
recognized
capable of
birthplace the
rating
Marine Corps?
another content creator's
Appearing
live chat when they have 213,000 viewers?
Now,
It's
I should note,
completely
I'm
fake.
responsible here that there are divorce-related documents.
It's
that are
just
available
my chat in there.
Ohio
Look at this.
online
Everyone's
that
typing
people are not allowed
"fa."
to have access to. People have privacy. That makes sense.
36,000 viewers in this community, 200,000 viewers watching her right now, and her entire chat. There's not a single fucking chatter amongst 213,000. That's like, what's going on with this chat right now? Not a single person is replying to anything Candace Owens is saying. Everyone is spamming "fa."
So to be clear, that was Hassan Piker, who is just an absolute disgusting human being, but
Horrifying human being.
horrifying
Thank you.
human being. But the point that he just made is absolutely mind-blowing. Do you understand that there are platforms out there, I think like Kick and a few other ones, that you can actually send your entire chat over into another platform? And they call it chat rating, I think. I think that's an actual term, chat rating.
Yeah, they call it a raid. Yep.
So
Yep.
what they did is they raided her chat. And with just a few hundred people, maybe a few thousand people, took over the entire chat.
No, I
Because,
think it was like 20 something thousand.
well,
like
he
Right,
said his,
20,000.
he said his entire audience, not just on the not live audience, but his
Oh, he
entire
has way
community is
more.
30. No, not anymore, because he got kicked off of Twitch. He's no longer where he
Oh.
had like millions of followers. He's
Yeah,
starting
after he was
over
beating
again.
the crap out of his dog on Twitch. Yeah, he got kicked off.
Oh,
He
no,
got
he was
kicked out.
shocking him with a shock collar.
Yeah.
So he's a monster. But the point that he made is a really important one, that you can send
Mhm.
another chat over into her show. By the way, this was the show, I think it was just a day or two ago. It might have actually been the show where
was
she launched
yesterday.
her first, or yesterday.
It was
So
yesterday's
for-
show. Yep.
Is anything that she's doing organic? And I don't know, but that tells me that it's not organic at all. And we're
Right.
basically just feeding into this like bubble, this
I think
narrative.
it's bots. It's all bots, just like the comments on all of our
Yep.
posts that mention Candace Owens. These people are, it's not people. And the ones that are actual people, I feel sorry for because
Yeah.
they're being strung along by something completely fake and they believe it. And then when you post something that's against her, they immediately demand proof and receipts and all these things. Yet they never one time asked Candace for that. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
You know, one
These
thing I'm
aren't
really proud
hackers,
of-
dude. These aren't hackers. This is like literally just freaking scripts, man. These are dumb scripts that. So the way that she can have 200,000 live viewers is you have 200,000 or 150,000 like completely fake non-live people like watching her thing. Bots that can actually like watch the show, and then they can comment some things. But when you can air raid, when you can raid in like that, 20,000, 25,000 and completely take over the chat, it means that those are not humans actually commenting in there in hers.
That's right. That's right. SK, you said something earlier that I was really proud of, and I just want to acknowledge it because I think this is the perspective and the position that every single one of us need to take when we're dealing with these demons. You made a comment about how they come into your threads and they immediately demand proof, and your response is, "I'll give you proof when I'm damn well good and ready," and you're not getting it a second sooner. That's the perspective that every one of us have to have, is you don't get to tell me what my timeline is, asshole. Sit down and shut up. You're not getting it. That's the point.
Especially when the comment that they're commenting on says they're working on it.
Yep.
And they believe they have, which obviously we've had it for a really long time, but it says they believe they have and they're working on it, because she wasn't going to like, put us on the spot and make us do anything. So she was just talking to someone saying, we believe they have this and, they're working on it. She was just talking to somebody, and people are freaking out. And the fact that they read her comment and somehow think that she was in any way insinuating that Candace Owens herself was writing the Steele dossier and helping to set up these people in meetings so that the FBI could take them down in the Steele dossier. Like, what is wrong with you? It doesn't say that at all. It says connections.
Let me answer this question, because this is
let's deal with
important.
this one.
Hold on. Where is here we go. We need I was typing this out. No, listen, especially with agentic AI these days, guys. So no, bots are not real. All right. Bots are software. They're tiny little scripts that are designed to do very specific things, mundane tasks over and over and over again. And generally it's share, it's whatever. And they can even like comment on some certain things. Now that we've got agentic AI, which is like, we don't, this is agentic AI is going to make the internet almost unusable in your ability to understand whether you're communicating with an actual human or not. These things are going to be able to they're not listening, though they kind of are, but they're transcribing it to text. And then they've got like whatever their data model or their AI model is trained on, they have that as a source of information to come up with a response as quickly as they possibly can, like in seconds, milliseconds, and then respond. We are so close to you not being able to know if you are communicating with an actual human. In fact, in probably 6 months, there's going to be probably 3 to 1 bots to humans on the internet. Just everybody understand that.
Now, I do want to touch real quick just to answer this question. Cajun Patriot, he's obviously a clone. Come on. That's obviously a clone that you're watching of Jim Carrey running around right now, looking very different than he ever did before. Anyway, so moving on. But there are actual real people. And it's one of the things that we talked about, SK, that you were left out of in our super secret back-end production meeting last night was Guarding the Grid was telling us that he and some of his partners in crime are pretty deep into some of these Facebook groups and all that kind of stuff. And the concept that there are actual people behind some of these accounts that I've referred to, and I think are probably actually called sock puppets. Like, you've got bots that Nom was just talking about, which are just programs, they're codes, they're scripts, they do basic things, but you do actually have real people who are doing this too. But what happens is you get a Discord server with 20 or 30 people, and they each have hundreds of accounts that they've created. They're basically just burner accounts. They're anonymous accounts. And you can tell a bot or a sock puppet account so easily. Usually they have a few hundred friends. They're anonymous in terms of picture. They comment on very similar things over and over and over and over again. But some of them are in fact real people. But if you take 20 people that each have about 300 accounts and you send them out, you can actually sow mass chaos very quickly with a small number of people. And those are the people that you're actually arguing with in your comments. You see them all day long. The ones that you think is a bot, you respond, and then they respond back to you. That's a sock puppet. It's somebody who's real. They're just pretending to have the perspective that they have so that they can sow chaos and sow division. And they can then type things like, oh, you just got ratioed in your own. Yeah, it's because you just sent 40 people from your Circle Jerk Discord server in here to all of you comment 300 times. And it's designed specifically to change the positive negative balance in your thread to make it look like opinions are different than what they actually are.
I have a question, and I would love for somebody to find this answer. I should probably check my text because I might have been given the answer already. I'm not sure. But remember when you asked me to look into all that stuff when you got doxxed and it was terrible, all that. Remember the fact that Candace Owens started a company that was like supposed to be countering the hate and hate speech and harassment and bullying online, and it was basically doxing.
Yeah.
And we exposed all those Discord servers, all the way that they do this. We exposed the grants that they were given. We exposed all of that. Do you think that maybe Candace Owens could have gotten a grant, either her or her whatever 180 company or the actual doxing website? I don't remember what it's called.
That's your wheelhouse. That's your job to go find it.
It's called Social Autopsy. So I wonder, because officially they're like, well, she was kicked off of Kickstarter. It was never actually started because she got too much backlash and she was kicked off of Kickstarter. And I'm wondering if there were any grants that were given, because I feel like a lot of this is very similar to patterns we've seen before with the censorship taking place. And she did something really creepy in the episode yesterday. I think it was yesterday, because I watched 2 of them yesterday because I fell asleep the first day watching number 1. So yesterday I watched 2. She said something about, I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
And then she like whispered under her breath, while it's still legal. And I was really taken aback by that, by the way she said it. It wasn't like she was saying it like she was defending free speech. It's like she said it like, remember the UK ties. I felt like she said it like,
that's not what she was meant. That's not what she meant. What she meant was, while she can legally say it without getting the shit suit out of her, because she's getting ready to face the biggest defamation lawsuit probably in history of the world.
I don't think that's what she meant. You have to remember all the UK ties, literally the UK. Sure. I mean, her husband, look at the UK and the censorship. Like, I feel like she knows that that's what's coming. And I feel like this is a push further towards that, just like Charlie Kirk being assassinated was also an attempt to shut people up and make them quit sharing their opinions because people were scared. If I speak out, people were getting swatted. All these things are happening to conservative people in order to scare people into silence, because they can't censor people on the internet right now to the degree that they could when you had Democrats in office. And I think that this is a whole push, because there's a lot of even people on our side that believe in free speech and not censoring people and not, the hate speech thing, which Charlie Kirk, I do feel really feel, and this is just my opinion, I do feel like Charlie Kirk was a true supporter of free speech, including hate speech. And I think that he would not want Candace Owens to be censored. And I feel that way as well.
Yep.
But I feel like Candace Owens is not coming at it from a free speech angle. I think she's coming at it leaning into all of the people, including the left, as they were campaigning, that they wanted to hold people accountable for what they post on social media. And they, want to be able to, even in some cases, criminally liable. And you have Tim Walz saying, there is no right to free speech.
Except it says it right there in the damn Bill of Rights.
Not to free speech, to hate speech. He said there's no right to hate
it says
speech.
it right there.
It does. It's covered.
And
timeline cleanse.
I really just feel like she was saying, while it's still legal, because she's trying to lean into and exacerbate this issue, because even people on our side that believe in free speech are saying she needs to be censored. This isn't okay. She shouldn't be talking about Erica like this. She shouldn't be making these accusations, when truthfully, anyone should be able to do anything and say anything that they want to say on the internet, as long as it's not actual threats.
Illegal. Yeah.
I don't think any of us think that.
It's just gross. Silent. It's disgusting.
It's just disgusting. And we need to call it out.
Exactly.
It's poor taste. It's gross. It's disgusting. Timeline cleanse, because I have to go.
I got one more thing to do before you cleanse the timeline.
No, because I have to hit the head right now. Unpopular potato salad goes in chicken sausage gumbo. Yes, it does. That's what Mrs. Knob makes, and it's amazing. And it goes literally right in the gumbo. Literally right in the gumbo.
Doesn't that cause like the creamy part of the chicken salad?
Nope. You scoop it. You scoop a little. You scoop a little bit of the potato salad in with the rest of the gumbo. It's fantastic. It belongs in the gumbo.
Is that like pulled pork with barbecue sauce on top of macaroni and cheese? Have you ever had that?
No,
It's
yes, but no.
fantastic
Wait.
because barbecue
No.
sauce and macaroni and
That's
cheese.
I
two
have-
totally
strangely-
different things.
No,
I have to go.
It's
I'll be
like
back.
it's like yeah, it's fine, but it's like merging two foods together. Did he just he could
He
have
really
just,
just completely dropped off, but he said he'd be back. So
he could have just like turned his camera off.
no, I think he
But
needed
no.
to go to the bathroom.
Here's the thing, folks. If you have never tried this before, you have to try it. All right. Macaroni and cheese. It's got to be the cream, not like the, the crappy Kraft macaroni and cheese you get in the store, like creamy mac and cheese. And then you put like pulled pork or pulled chicken or something like that. And then you put barbecue sauce over top of it. It is something about, I don't know why.
Tell
it
us you're
shouldn't.
not from the South without telling us, Patriot Dad.
I'm not from the South, although I wouldn't mind being there. But there's something, it shouldn't work this way. The way that I logically think about my palate, you should not be able to mix barbecue sauce and cheese. But it
What?
works.
Why?
It's-
Why
I
wouldn't
don't
you
know.
be able to mix barbecue
I don't
sauce
know.
and cheese? You put barbecue sauce goes on
Yeah, I don't know.
everything.
But
Why
and you
do
know what
think
else
goes
I
on
love, by the way?
pizza?
While we're doing our timeline cleanse, I don't do it a lot, but I love going to find like greasy food trucks. Like I like the food trucks where I can order a giant like collection of
Right.
tater tots with like shredded chicken and like buffalo sauce on top of it. Like there's just something about tater tots. You
Hey,
know what I mean?
Patriot Dad,
It's great.
Hey,
What?
hold on 1 second. Just so you're aware, just like Matt said, while I was laughing because I thought it was hilarious that you were saying these things. Matt said that's like every barbecue joint in Texas. Like you
I know.
can literally just go to a barbecue place and order macaroni and cheese, and it's already going to come with the barbecue and the
Then
barbecue
why
sauce
did
on
Nom
top.
look at me like I had 3 heads when I
Because
said
you guys
that?
are not from the South. You don't know Texas, Oklahoma, at least this part of the South. I don't
Anyway.
know about other parts.
All right, whatever. I love it. All right. So while Nom's not here, I want, and we're going to totally change topics here in a second. Oh, he's back.
I'm here.
Okay. We're going to change topics in a second. We're going to put a final stamp on this. I don't know, SK, if you agree with me. Nom, I think you probably do. I don't know. But I saw this posted on something that I think Nom posted today. Somebody had the balls to come into his thread and say, so you're sticking with Candace is a demon crowd? And I just want to be clear. Oh, I caught you, didn't I? You should have warned me. I just
Right
want,
smack in the middle of it.
I
yeah.
know. I just want to be very clear. Yes, we are sticking with the Candace is a demon crowd. I am sticking with the Candace is a demon crowd. Why? Because I don't like demons. And as a matter of fact, I am called as a Christian to destroy the works of these people. That's my job. I am called as a Christian to identify demonic activity and deal with it right here, right now. Not to pretend like it's not happening, not to play with it, not to get comfortable with it, but to destroy it. So when demons start engaging in propaganda, it is my responsibility, not only as a commentator, as a content creator, but also as a Christian, a spirit-filled Christian, to get in the game. So just to be clear, in case there's any confusion, yes, I stand with the Candace Owens is a demon crowd. And you will never be able to convince me that these people who are doing the things that she's doing, the demons of propaganda that she's working with. By the way, did you know that we are now on day 4? Day 4 of Ryan Mata knowing full well that he used a fake quote from Bibi Netanyahu that was never said to build an entire 20-minute video where he said that quote was a foundation for why he thinks Charlie Kirk was murdered by them, and he has yet to respond to it yet. Those are the people that I will always stand against. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care at all. Just to be clear.
Do you remember? Can you find the image of that so-called email? Was it last episode or was it Monday's
I
episode
have
that
it.
you had it?
I have it.
You
I'll
can
put it
pull-
in there. I got
I've
it
got
right here.
Someone put it in there and bring it up because listen, I have a different reason why I'm what wait, hold on. What did we call that? We called it, are you on the Candace is a demon train? Yeah, I'm on the Candace is a demon train because, social media creators, it's a small world. And when you see like one person start to say something, you're like, oh, okay, maybe I'm going to say the same thing too, because she actually is a demon. In fact, PatriotDad, you did an entire whole ass video about her being a demon. Was that because you saw someone else mention it, or did you just like, this is demon behavior, demon activity?
Oh,
I don't
said
know.
That before, I said that before anybody else did.
Saying it for a long
We've been
time.
saying it for months.
Yes.
And then your video went like nuclear, and everybody else started saying you're a demon. But someone please bring that so-called email up, because here's my problem with that email that you did this, amazing video on earlier this week, where you showed where it came from. It was actually an AI summary of what it might look like if this campaign had existed. I knew immediately that email was fake, and I'm going to tell you how. Because there is not a single email header anywhere on that image. If that was an actual email and they had it, they would have included the to, the from, the CC, all of that. There's nothing. A moron, you got a subject urgent. Okay. Where's the to? Where's the from? I mean, that's like super fucking easy. You can draw a line. That is not an email. I've got no email headers. I've got nothing. I've got no metadata on that at all. This is a Word document as far as I'm concerned. That's a fucking Word document in my world.
But also,
it means nothing.
Those ats in the post your own version thing, where they put the ats of different accounts that they're saying that they want people to copy. A couple of the usernames are not correct.
It's signed the Israelis. No, it's not signed.
No, that's me. That's me.
Oh, he's laughing about
their version. What they
Israelis.
received is as believable as what I received.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Listen, if that was real, if that was remotely real, whoever leaked it would have leaked the to, the from, the CC, the BCC, all of the metadata, so that you could actually see that, yes, this was a legitimate email. Instead, they took someone's fucking notes app and wrote out, a manifesto in a notes app and called it an email. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. I'll run through this quickly. I did a 7-minute video.
No, I understand what happened.
I know, but I want from the chat.
There's another one. Questionable Gardener put a link in the.
Yeah. So now Ryan's going around. I saw that going store to store, looking through all the trademarks on all products with like a crack at it.
What is he saying? It's the Jews. What's he doing? What's he looking at
I don't know. I
trademarks
can't watch
for?
this stuff. I can't. It like makes my stomach turn.
These
But
people, I
it's the Jews.
can't.
But just for those of you guys in the comments who don't know what we're talking about, because
Why
there
does that
probably
look
are
like
some,
the chick from Saturday Night Live?
because it's AI.
It's great.
So
It literally looks like that chick from
I
Saturday
posted
Night
this, literally like uploaded it to an entire new X post, like not a share, like probably 10 times today because it's so fucking funny.
Well, but
Like,
tell me, when I saw you post it the first time yesterday, I think I saw that and I was like, I almost commented and then I got distracted with something, but I was like, that's the chick from Saturday Night Live. That's not
Leslie, what's her name? Leslie, the black woman. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no.
Candace is a streetwalker that looks like a Chinese finger
Are
trap.
you calling her a hooker? What?
I love this song.
Are you
Chinese
saying
finger
that she's
trap
married a
when
rich
she's in the
man
ass.
for money? What?
I don't know. What do you mean a Chinese finger trap? I don't know what that means.
You know what a Chinese finger trap
I know.
is?
Those
I know what
things,
that-
that's
I know.
the things that you put.
You put your fingers in, you can't get your
They're
fingers
Chinese
out.
handcuffs is what I always call them.
Holy crap! You guys are so fun. So much fun. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on because we actually
I'm
still
done.
have some real stuff to talk about. Hey,
Do we?
I got something for you guys.
Do we? I wasn't made aware of this.
Yeah, we actually have stuff to talk about tonight. believe it or not.
SK,
We're an
you're
hour-
never aware of anything.
I
we're
am
gonna talk
not. I'm
about.
clueless
Like-
all the time. I just
We're-
have my head in research and then I pop up and I'm like, okay. Although I send you guys shit all day long and then it's like time for the
Not again.
podcast and I'm like, I don't know. Lisa's like, what are you talking about tonight? I'm like, I have no idea. I haven't heard from anybody since 8:15 this morning and I've sent like 400 texts.
That's because your texts don't go through at your house, SK. We've talked about this.
So listen, so
Talk
today,
to Elon. It's his fault.
hold on.
Okay, it's Starlink. It's
so
the border.
today, she's like, oh my God, you guys have been texting me all day. I just left my house and at the bottom of my driveway, I got like 400 texts from you. Yeah, that's
yeah.
not us. That's you.
No, that's right. All right. Have you guys seen this before?
Dad. It's
Have you guys
only
seen
this
it's not
one
me.
chat.
Have you guys
It's
seen this
Patriot
before?
Dad. It's the green text.
Have you guys seen this before?
This again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman,
Bullshit.
Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
Same guy. Same guy. Same guy.
Oh my gosh. So
So
go ahead, Nom, because
so Bill Clinton, as you guys know, was hauled into Congress for a deposition, which, by the way, took 7 fucking months of negotiating to get Killery and Slick Willie to show up for a deposition. And by the way, I keep saying by the way, but I don't know why. For those of you out there, and I know it's none of the people in these comments here, it's all of the rest of the smooth brain retards that are out there are like, the Clintons demanded a public hearing and the Republicans kept shutting it down and denying it because they don't want to hear the truth. I'm like, listen, the baboons in Congress are fucking incapable of getting a truthful statement out of anybody in a public congressional hearing. Why? Because the baboons in Congress start going around acting like fucking morons and filibustering and shutting up. The way that you do this is you bring them in, you have actual attorneys, ask them questions under oath in an actual deposition, and you record it, and you did exactly what they did, or you do exactly what they did, right?
And then release it,
which is coming. But Bill Clinton released a opening statement today, and it was probably one of the most amazing things I've ever read, frankly. So that same Bill Clinton, Slick Willie, who said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Now, whether he was being truthful or not depends on your definition of is. He said in his opening statement, he said, I saw nothing and I did nothing wrong. He said, I saw nothing, I did nothing wrong. At first, or he said, wait, where'd you? No.
Oh, shoot. Damn it. I keep pushing the wrong button. My bad. I was trying to do this one so you could actually read it.
That's not the right button.
I was trying to pull that up. I was trying, there you go, that button.
What the fuck, man? First, I had no idea of the crimes Epstein was committing. No matter how many photos you show me, I have 2 things that at the end of the day matter more than your interpretation of those 20-year-old photos. I know what I saw, and more importantly, what I didn't see. I know what I did, and more importantly, what I didn't do. I saw nothing, and I did nothing wrong. So
hold on. Can we pause 1 second? Sorry. But go ahead.
Well, hold on. You need to be reminded.
Yeah.
Why? You need to be reminded.
I'm going to say this again.
Hold on.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
He did not. He did not. Just like he saw
and he's
nothing.
going to say it again.
Just like he saw nothing and did nothing.
It wasn't me. This is where we need the Afro man. It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Wow. I mean, that's doing nothing right there.
It wasn't Bill Clinton. That's not Bill Clinton, you guys. It wasn't me. Saw me banging on the sofa. Wasn't me.
That's weird.
It's the Jews, guys. It's the fucking Jews. It's the Jews. It's always the Jews.
Hey, we do need to be clear, though. There are an awful lot of pictures floating around on social media right now that are just not real. The pictures of
those
Bill
3 are real.
And Hillary, yeah, those 3 are real. The pictures of Bill and Hillary and Epstein wearing like the hoodies where they're like, you know, they got like the goat horns and stuff.
Shaggy.
That's not real. The picture of them like hugging each other, those aren't real. Those folks, there's a ton of photos out there that are not real, but those 3 are real. Those are
because
real.
I got high as Afro Man.
That's right.
You're right, which is the Hunter Got High
That's
song,
right.
which
Now,
is my favorite.
I find it very, very interesting that Bill is still going with it wasn't me, I didn't do it approach, because there's a lot of people that have different perspectives of that. So let's pull up what is this one called?
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
I just want people to keep this in mind while you're going through this. Keep in mind that like the entirety of Congress right now is going after one congressman because he had an affair with a woman that ended up apparently setting herself on fire because of this affair. And the entire justification for this, well, there's no justification, just to be clear.
You can take that
down. The issue here is that he's a congressman and the woman's boss. And so he's her superior. And he was pressuring her into a relationship, even though she told him no multiple times and, told him he was taking it too far. He kept pushing and it happened. And she ended up setting herself on fire. And Congress is calling for this guy to resign. A Republican, by the way. These same people defend Bill Clinton. And I'm not sure there can be any more of a power dynamic than president of the free world, like leader of the free world.
That's right.
And 22-year-old intern.
There's not.
Right.
Well, so you may have seen this happen. I got into an argument with Grok about this today.
I
probably
asked Grok
watched
a question
that play
and
out.
Grok never responded because I said,
Yep.
isn't this taking place right now? And people are calling for resignation and everyone's upset about it because it's wrong. Is there more of a power dynamic?
I got
Grok didn't
into an argument with Grok today about this because I was like, Grok, in 2026, do we not consider major power imbalances between a man and a woman actual sexual assault?
We do.
And Grok assured Grok assured me no, that's not what that was, because Miss Lewinsky has maintained this entire time that it was purely consensual, but she has recently starting to say that consent was never really considered, is what she's starting to change.
Because he was the leader of the free world and she was an
right.
intern? Like,
Yeah,
what?
so-
How are you going to, what?
Yes. So listen, everybody's like, no, Monica Lewinsky was consensual. No, she was a 22-year-old intern and he was the president of the fucking United States. I thought that we learned from Harvey Weinstein that she couldn't consent because of the power imbalance. She literally could not consent.
The double standards.
But never mind that, because then I went on to ask Grok. I was like, okay, fine, Grok, you win this round with your word games. This is literally what I said to him. Has Bill Clinton ever been credibly accused of forcible rape of anybody? And Grok was like, oh yeah, let me tell you about that. Paula Jones, Juanita Broderick. Sure. I have a list of those, but not Monica Lewinsky. That was consensual.
That's right. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, but James O'Keefe is incredible. And I'm just going to let you play it. I'm just going to play it so that you hear a different perspective besides Slick Willie coming out and saying, I saw nothing. I did nothing.
Soon come out that he was a CIA.
What's going on?
He was a CIA. Or he wasn't a CIA. I think he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there.
Mom, why is that?
He's protecting a lot of people.
Because
Trump's not saying it's a hoax.
You stop. Because you listen.
Take that down.
Listen, Patriot.
Get that off the thing.
Listen, Patriot Dad. Listen. Linda, listen.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
Take it down. Can you get it off?
Oh, it's over here. We've got this thing in like 5 different places.
Why is it in 5 different places?
Because
I'm so glad I don't have access to any of that stuff.
Get that thing out of the green.
It's like a hoax or something. Come on, you know it's not a hoax.
What are you doing?
But yeah, but it's soon come out that he was a CIA employee.
He was a CIA.
Or he wasn't a CIA.
We're starting this
protecting
over.
a lot of other people. He's protecting.
Starting this over. Everyone paying attention? All right, go.
But yeah, but it's soon come out that he was a CIA employee.
He was a CIA.
Or he wasn't a CIA. I think he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there. But he's protecting a lot of people. Because Trump's now saying it's a hoax of the case, like a hoax or something. I mean, come on, you know it's not a hoax. He's been on the plane, many times.
Oh my God.
It's just he was never on the plane with the kids. I've seen the itineraries and I've interviewed all the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on a plane with these kids and a rape occurred. But that can't be said for Clinton, and it can't be said for others. While the Clintons were on the plane, while Bill Clinton was on the plane, there were rapes that occurred.
Did you see that? That was an investigator of the Epstein cases who talked to victims, many of the victims, who just on a hidden camera, not for clout, not for clicks, on a hidden camera, having a conversation with somebody at a coffee shop, said that the same can't be said for Clinton on a plane when rapes occurred. So explain to me how this guy is not going to end up with a perjury charge at the end of the day. Anyone?
Well, he's a Democrat. He has a D behind his name. Those big, strong Ds somehow just change everything for everybody.
Yeah.
There's another one of those in there. Can you play Clinton Lied 2?
I would like, yeah. So we're going to come back to this because I brought, so this is a little clip that I yanked, but I'm going to come back to it. At the end of this entire thing, I want to wrap the Bill Clinton saga up with this. So what are we playing? Clinton Lied 2?
Clinton Lied 2.
Video?
Side note, I
Yep.
probably should have eaten before I took that shot.
Probably.
Oh, Jesus. That's okay.
Maxwell was at her.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Ghislaine Maxwell
Is
was
anybody
at
still
her
watching us,
daughter's
or we just,
wedding, and
like,
her story now is,
377
she was a
people are.
+1. Well, who was she the +1 with as the pimp in chief for Jeffrey Epstein? And the alleged 13-year-old girl, her entire testimony was discounted by the FBI after investigation because it supposedly happened again when she was 13 or 15 at Hilton Head Island with no evidence whatsoever to back up
Hilton Head
her claims, and she
Island.
was determined to be really kind of off mentally. So again, the left keeps wanting to throw Bill Clinton aside while focusing on Donald Trump. It was Jeffrey Epstein who went to the White House 17 times, with Hillary always out of town. Bill and Hillary went to the Zorro Ranch multiple times, and she never met Jeffrey Epstein there. There are pictures of her with Jeffrey Epstein while she
Where?
claims, both in apparently her
Where?
sworn testimony and afterwards, she never met the man. So are we supposed to believe our lying eyes or Hillary Clinton?
Hold on.
I guess the difference.
Hold on. Let's get out of here because she didn't actually say she never met the man because she did a Bill and Hillary special, as everybody knows. She did, I do not recall ever meeting him.
That's
and
right.
we all know that the Clintons have completely patented and mastered that as a defense in depositions, because you can't find someone guilty of perjury because you cannot speak to the state of their memory. She didn't say, I never met him. She said, I don't remember ever meeting him. That's how they couch this. You'll never get Hillary Clinton on something like this because she would just say, well, I don't recall.
Yeah, but Bill said something far more definitive. I never saw, I never did anything. And according to people who know, that's not true. That is not true. Full of crap.
Are you saying Clinton's lying almost like he was not necessarily found guilty of lying, but like impeached for perjury?
I did not.
I didn't do that. What are you doing?
I am. I'm doing it.
For that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Clinton's
I never
lying?
told anybody
No.
to lie.
I would
Not a
just
single
like to
time.
say
Never.
that
These allegations
in
are false.
The E. Jean Carroll
and
case.
I need to go back to work for the American people.
I don't think Nom's done playing this.
Sorry,
I'm
my
gonna
bad.
play it over and over and over
I'm,
again.
like I should have eaten.
Damn it, dude, I don't know where anything is right now. I'm pushing all the fucking buttons.
Let's just let it soak in for 1 second.
What is it soaking in? The last shot that you just took?
Yeah,
Is that what's
it
soaking
soaked
in?
in a long time ago, very heavily on an empty stomach. And I'm a lightweight, so here we are. I've told you guys multiple times you can't let me do this. Here we are. Let's let it sink in. In the E. Jean Carroll case, the judge said that she was raped because allegedly, there's zero evidence, by the way, she was digitally penetrated. Did Bill Clinton just say he did not have sexual relations with that woman and he actually like inserted a cigar? Let's just talk about that for a minute. Like what? His entire defense is, but I didn't actually put my member inside her. That's not a defense according to the judge and everyone on the left when it comes to Donald Trump with E. Jean Carroll, if you believe her allegations, which are completely false.
Nobody believes her.
Absolutely full of shit. She wrote a book called A Hot Dog, or A Dog in Heat is a Hot Dog, whatever it's called. I don't remember.
What the fuck are you saying?
She wrote some crazy ass shit.
What words are you
I'll
saying?
show you. I have it. Hold on. I'll show you. I'll put it in the Dropbox.
That's a spicy meatball.
I told you guys don't let me do this.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'll show you.
So,
I'll
hold on,
show
no,
you.
it's fine.
No, I
Listen.
have to show you now because I know I have proof. I showed it every day on TikTok.
Hey, look, Waffles Bacon says Trump is your daddy. I love it.
Trump is my daddy.
I don't know if that's a sock puppet or what, but that's funny as hell. Funny as hell.
Yeah,
All right. We're getting close to the end here, folks. We're getting close to the end.
We are. Because listen, there was more that happened. So we had Bill Clinton, Slick Willie. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, even though you fucking did. And then you had to admit it later because you're a liar. You're a liar. But something
Throw that
else
on the screen. Throw that I just put in there in the screen so people know I'm not crazy.
Oh my God. What was it? What? Jesus, what in the world?
It's called A Hot Dog and Heat is a hot dog and other rules to live by E. Jean Carroll. I told you I'm not crazy.
This?
Oh, we don't think you're crazy. It just, I don't know if it came out the way you intended.
Is this,
I'm sure it didn't.
Wait.
That's not it.
Yeah. E. Jean Carroll, A Hot Dog and Heat is a hot dog and other
That's not what's on the screen.
To live by. That's what I saw on my screen.
That's not on the screen for me.
What?
Is my screen, did my screen take shots on an empty stomach?
Do you see that, PatriotDad? Do you see the E. Jean Carroll? Hello?
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. Put that back up again.
No, that's the statement.
A hot dog in heat is a hot dog and I can't read the rest of it.
Clipmaster Jake, the professional technology guy, says that's the wrong picture.
I don't understand.
A hot dog in heat is a hot dog and order. What's that say? I can't see it.
It says other. You need reading glasses.
Other rules to live by. Well, it's funny you say that because I just went to the optometrist earlier this week, and in fact, I do have readers coming. It's going to take 3 weeks.
All right. So listen, we're not done with Bill and Hillary Clinton, because Anna Paulina Luna had some things to say tonight. Like, did you know? This is maybe breaking news for those of you that were in the chat earlier and haven't been watching the news. Check this out.
An accusation that there was a screaming match?
It was an accusation, Jesse. It definitely, Secretary Clinton definitely lost her cool.
What happened?
Representative Mace was pushing her. I think the question was something along the lines of her basically not doing anything regarding the trafficking, or it got into a pretty heated exchange. And the secretary did lose her cool, and they were yelling at each other. And then she kind of realized that I think it was being recorded and kind of collected herself again. But that was not an exaggeration by Representative Mason. That will come out. And I think it was stupid for their spokespeople to deny that.
Yeah, we're going to see that video on Monday. Was Representative Mace being respectful? Was she also just getting under her skin? Like, what was the dynamic?
I think Representative Mace has taken this obviously very seriously because she is a victim herself. But I think the aspect was that Representative Mace kept trying to cut it and say, okay, we'll go to Rep. Luna now. And then Secretary Clinton was still obviously visibly upset and wanted to continue arguing. And so eventually it continued forward. But I think the whole idea that someone would give the impression, especially being that they were around an intelligence asset, and you can see that you just presented evidence of that, that they shouldn't maybe answer about whether or not they were compromised, were state secrets shared accidentally. I mean, Ghislaine Maxwell specifically was, from President Clinton's own words, I think that he was more closer to her than Jeffrey. But even then, I asked the same conversation and questions in that what was she specifically asking for? And so it's in my professional opinion that they were both targeted, as well as other people as well.
I don't understand that part. I don't understand what she just said. What does she mean they were both targeted? That part is a mystery to me. Is she saying that she thinks that the Clintons were targeted by Epstein as part of their honeypot?
And Ghislaine Maxwell, yeah.
I don't buy it for 1
second.
She said. Not 1 second. See, I think something's off there. I think something is off. I think they're trying to get back to a 3-year-old narrative that has been blown out of the water at this point. Look, a honeypot does not show up. A honeypot does not show up at the White House 17 times. A honeypot strategy does not invite the guy into your planning meetings and your seed funding portion of setting up the Clinton Global Initiative. That is not a honeypot. That is a business relationship. That is an ongoing, long-term relationship. It's not a honeypot.
We should ask Swalwell. Swalwell can tell us all about it.
A honeypot is sending like a sexy blonde-headed Russian to your hotel room. That's a honeypot.
Well, actually, it's the Jews, guys.
He
the
said
Jews.
actually, except
Actually,
that's not.
it's
It's the
the
Jews. That's
Jews.
Clinton's
It's
statement.
So the back end
again.
production team sent me something. I don't know if I can get it to play, but
What
it,
is
I have
happening?
something else.
hold on. Hold, everyone be quiet for a second. You ready? Hold on. Let's try it one more time. Did you guys get that? Hold on. You ready?
It's the Jews.
So that's the Donald Trump version of "It's the Jews."
Can somebody put that on my
Mine's better.
soundboard? I have an
By the way,
entire
I've been
soundboard that I
saying
have
it's
no
the
idea how to
Jews
use.
for months.
Yeah, everybody has.
I don't buy
have
the
more-
honeypot. I don't buy the honeypot theory, Representative Luna. I love you. You're
Who cares?
fantastic, but I don't buy it. I don't buy
Who
it.
cares? Who
I
cares?
know. I mean, nobody
Who
cares
cares?
what I think. I'm just
It
telling
doesn't
you,
matter.
I don't
No.
buy it.
I'm saying it doesn't matter if it was a honeypot operation or if it was a business deals, if they were dupes, if they were stooges, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Tim
in my
is
opinion.
funny. Tim said,
Who's
"Was that a Sasquatch mating call?" Yes.
No, it was Donald Trump
Yes.
saying it's the
It's
Jews.
the Jews. Is
Do I need to
the
play it again? All right.
Sasquatch
All right,
mating
everyone,
call.
listen up. Listen up.
By the way, while you're doing that, I want you to know when I went to the restroom, we lost 10 viewers on Rumble when I went potty.
That's why, right there. That's why we lost
Everybody's
10
here
viewers
for
on
you,
Rumble.
Nom. You're the star of the show.
I
and
am
perfectly
the-
okay with
It is
I am
that.
Friday. It's Friday. He has control of the show.
Nom's show. It is Nom's show. So I'm going to.
Specifically on whether or not President Trump had hurt them, and he was exonerated. He released the files, and they don't
this
want to
isn't gonna
report
end
that.
well.
What they want to try to do is take this and have us say on record whether or not we will subpoena the president to come testify, in which I respond, the president is not considered a person of interest in this investigation. He's been nothing but cooperative, at least with us and members of the task force. And I think that his record will reflect that he has released all files. It was also interesting to note that we inquired on how many files did President Biden release. The answer is 0.
You're right. Well, keep up the heat.
Eric Hartwell. I don't know what this. I don't know the story. Eric Hartwell.
I do, and I actually have it. It's not Farmer, isn't it, William Kelly? Hold on, we'll get to that. I actually have the video down there.
Okay,
We'll get to
great.
that.
Got it.
We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Is this the okay? So this is Anna Paulina Luna basically telling everyone, yeah, we talked to all the victims and Donald Trump did nothing wrong, which we knew. We knew that, and I felt like didn't Nancy Mace come out and say the same thing?
No, this is the Anna Paulina Luna, where she says in here that we actually asked Bill Clinton his knowledge of President Trump being involved with Epstein, and Bill Clinton said, "Listen, I talked to him in like 2003, 2004 before the case, and I got nothing from Trump that said that he had any knowledge or any involvement in this." So Bill Clinton exonerated Trump in this.
But you can't believe Bill Clinton.
You can't believe
he's not a credible witness.
That's fair. That's fair. But I wanted to play that just so I could get.
What do you mean he's not a credible witness? He was impeached for perjury, and then Michael Cohen
He's not a
lied to
credible
Congress. He literally lied to Congress. He's a
We
convicted
did
perjurer, and he was a
have-
star witness against Donald Trump. What are you talking about?
Listen. We did have this statement. I snatched this little
To both, do we need to
portion.
call it a night for both of you two?
No, I'm fine.
Yes.
I
Yes.
snagged
Yes.
this little portion
Yes.
from Bill Clinton's opening statement today because I thought this was fascinating. And there's a point I want to make from this.
All right.
As someone who grew up in a home with domestic abuse, not only would I not have flown on his plane if I had
Whoa.
any inkling of what he was doing, that's Bill Clinton, I would have turned him in myself and led the call for justice for his crimes, not sweetheart deals, which is fascinating because in this entire escapade, the only person who we actually have any evidence that actually did that is Donald fucking Trump.
Also,
Donald Trump is the only person who actually came forward and turned him in himself and led the call for justice for his crimes.
That's
Donald John Trump did that, not Bill Clinton, not Hillary Clinton, not anybody else. Fucking Trump did that.
Can I
That's
answer this question
facts,
real
but
quick?
also
I'm done.
disclaimer, when
That's all I
he
got.
said he grew up in a house with domestic violence, Nom was 100% reading directly from Bill Clinton's opening statement. That's
Yes,
why
it was.
Patriot Dad was like, hold up, we grew up in the same household, and that
Mhm.
is not
No,
true. And
no.
he's like, no, this is Bill Clinton.
No, I know that. I was like, that's not true. So I
Yeah,
want to
no,
answer this
My
question. I was
parents didn't
actually
even whip our butts.
no, they didn't.
They
But we
did
didn't. We
like
didn't really
twice
need
when we
it.
were like really little.
Clearly,
We beat each other's asses.
You
We did.
guys
we
did
did.
not get beat enough as children. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
We
so
beat each other's asses.
I want to take this question on because I believe it or not, I've actually been thinking about this long and hard the last couple of days, and it not from this specific angle. So Prater Dog Deacon, who is a pretty loyal P0 over on X, engages all the time. So I appreciate the opportunity to tee this up. And I was wondering if I was ever going to get a chance to talk about this. I was probably going to do a video on it here soon. I will never understand why the churches stand with secular government of Israel. It was created by the Rothschilds like Epstein. I do not disagree with the argument that a lot of people have that the church shouldn't really have a perspective on the secular government of Israel. The problem is the interpretation that most of the churches use goes all the way back to Genesis, where it says that if you bless Israel, I bless you effectively. And that's pretty clearly written in the Bible. And I think you can make an interpretation of whether or not they were talking about Abraham or whether they were talking about the specific people in the text, or if they were talking about the entire nation of Israel. But here's my perspective. I don't support Israel, the government, or even the people out of any religious obligation. You don't have to.
No.
Because believe it or not, folks, ours is a world governed by the aggressive use of force. Okay? And I want you to sit on that for a second. Ours is a world governed by the aggressive use of force, period. It always has been. It always will. For SK to shotgun a beer and talk about
that's a $5. That's a $5.
Listen, I said, critical thinker, you get timeout directly to timeout. Do not pass
you can't. No.
$500 timeout.
That's
critical thinker is a subscriber and super chatting you for a shotgun.
Well,
$5 for a
gonna
shotgun.
have to find that photo because I'm not looking it up.
I have
done
it.
my research.
We have it ready. Can I get back to my point, because I think it's a good one, and then we'll address whether or not SK is going to take a $5 shotgun.
That's all right.
All right. So look, you do not have to support Israel from a biblical or even a secular government perspective. Ours is a world governed by the aggressive use of force. The bottom line is you can support a country's ability and desire to defend itself. And that's all you need. Because if Gaza, if Hamas, if Iran, if Turkey, if Syria, if Hezbollah, if any of these organizations had the actual testicular fortitude and the power and the might to be able to actually beat Israel in a war, then that's what the aggressive use of force doctrine allows to happen. The fact that Israel is in a place right now, a location that they have taken dominion of, and nobody can seem to make them leave, then it's theirs. And there's nothing that you can do to force them to leave, because we operate under an aggressive use of force doctrine in our globe, in our world, and that's just how it is. I'm sorry.
They were put there in like 1948.
Yeah, but it was a desert at that point. It was a empty. There were some roaming nomad tribes of people there, whatever. The problem is, it doesn't matter if they were placed there, they're there. And if you want them gone, then you're going to have to figure out how to make them move. And I'm allowed to support their right to be there until you can make them leave.
I have a question. So SK, so they were placed there in what, 1967, 47? When was 1967?
48, 47, 46.
Whenever they were just placed there. I mean, we, the United States, just showed up here like 250 years ago. Should someone be able to say, I mean, you guys, you didn't start here. So what PatriotDad's point is, and this is a point I make all the time, since the beginning of time, there is not a single blade of grass, there's not a single grain of sand on this planet that has not been conquered over and over and over and over again. You want to talk to me about stolen land? It doesn't fucking exist. And we are still, like PatriotDad was saying, the excessive use of force. If someone can remove the Jews, Israel, from that land, it will be theirs. It will try it.
They've
been trying it, and they've been getting their asses fucking spanked over and over and over again, over and over and over. I mean, when did we, like us, or I don't know, any of the intellectual, the intelligentsia, the academics out there, decide that all borders are never allowed to change ever again? No. Are you trying to tell me that you are going to create some new guardrails in the human condition? Because borders have never stopped changing since humans have walked on two legs. Like literally has never changed, never stopped changing.
Here's the deal.
It's not going to stop changing. It won't stop changing. And
Until
we are going to
Gavin-
take Canada. Canada will be the 51st state.
Until Gavin Newsom gives back every square inch of property that he owns in California, gives back the $9 million mansion, the vineyards, you can't convince me that Israel should leave where they're currently located. You can't. Give it back,
You
Gavin.
guys,
Give it back, Billie Eilish. Until you have the balls to do that, then Israel has a right to be where they are.
Did you hear Billie Eilish had an Australian dude deported because he said he was going to come and camp out and move onto her property because it was stolen land, and he had her fucking deported by ICE.
Hold on, you guys. We live in a society of participation trophies these days. Everything has to go back. You have to have empathy. You have to give the property that you own back to the Native Americans because it was stolen from the Native Americans.
In the insane asylums, that's where we live. In the real world, where you have countries like China and Russia and Iran, and you have Turkey, and you have all of these actual countries who actually understand the use of force, and they understand might, and they understand masculinity and testosterone and testicular fortitude, which we seem to have forgotten in some parts of this country. The rest of the world still gets that. Not Europe. Fuck Europe. They're done. Not Canada. They're done. Most of South America, no. But the rest of the world actually still understands that, no. If we want it and we can take it, it's ours.
It's because they don't have enough fluoride and glyphosate in the water because, the water is turning the freaking frogs gay, you guys.
All right. So I'm going to put a pin in this. All right. Bottom line.
The frogs are gay.
That's like enough.
Excuse me. We saw Wednesday night, Tuesday night, the frogs are gay as fuck, by the way.
You do not have to support Israel from a biblical worldview. You can just simply point to the doctrine of the aggressive use of force and say, until somebody can make them leave, they have every freaking right to be there.
East Alaska is right. East Alaska.
No, it's East Alaska, new communist Canadians.
No, it's just East Alaska.
You guys, I don't understand why people don't just stop and think about this for 1 second. Do you not think that the Jews deserve, I don't know, like 50 years of peace? Like, when have the Jews ever had?
Have you ever read the Bible, SK? They are not
they're-
getting any years of peace. That's not how it works for them.
2% of the population. Like,
Doesn't
that's
matter.
like the Native American population compared to the US population, the Jews compared to the world. Like, give them a little piece, like just leave them alone.
No, that's not how it works. Look, I mean, if you want to look at this from a biblical worldview, the entire history of the Jewish people has been one of constant struggle, constant friction, in and out of bondage. That's the way it works. That's the way it is. And that's why those people are so stinking hard to move them. So if you want them gone, you're going to have to figure out how to move them. And here's the problem. The same God that puts them in a position of constant struggle is the same God that protects them. So there ain't a damn thing you're going to be able to do about it.
Well, that God, by the way, happens to be moving like carrier strike groups into the Persian Gulf right now. So, I mean,
also true.
It works in mysterious ways, I guess.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. That's right. We got anything else? SK, you wanted to hear the anecdote. Do you still want to hear the anecdote?
Everybody needs to hear this because these are the same. You were saying that you think she's a willing participant, that she knows she's like working psyop on people.
Right, I got it.
I want you to listen to this clip and then tell me again with your
she's a freaking moron, but I know I think she knows that she's a moron and she's doing it.
There's a lot more in here we haven't got.
I do have one. I have one more thing I want to wrap up with. I know you're supposed to leave on a good note. I'm going to leave on a note that's going to piss everybody off tonight.
No, I got way more, dude. We're
just getting started, Patriot Dad, and I'm getting
I can't. It's Friday. The Patriot mom is not going to allow me to be on a 3-hour podcast on a Friday night. It's not going to happen.
Have to leave.
We've got 15 minutes left. Shut up, and we can get through this.
All right,
Patriot Dad.
So I'll give you an analogy, or actually an anecdote, not even an anecdote, a reality.
An anecdote,
dude.
No, hold on.
Let an analogy.
Hold on. Everybody stop talking because you guys are making too much noise. We need to hear this. Ready? Everybody listen. Shh.
And so I'll give you an analogy, or actually an anecdote, not even an anecdote, a reality of.
Dude, that's actually just crazy. How are you saying anecdote? Anecdote?
But he did tell me another interesting little tidbit, a little anecdote.
But how has this person gotten so far in her career and she's just like a functional retard?
Hold on. I just want to shout out real quick. That was from X. That was from @NoSoup for Knowles, like Beyonce Knowles. It's
functional retard.
I don't know why.
I've never in my life agreed with that man.
Little groiper,
no,
but that
I can't
was
stand him either. But 100%, I agree with that dude in that clip right there. Nick Fuentes in that clip. I agree with you.
Every once
Candace
in a while.
Owens is a functional retard. That woman has she is not operating some psyop on the United States. Are you serious?
No, SK. Here's my point, and I'm maybe I'm not making this right. Maybe I'm not saying it right. I do not believe that she is the brain behind the psyop at all. She's not smart enough, but I do think that she knows that. I know that she is reading the script that they are giving her, and she's doing it willingly.
You guys, do you realize that this right here proves that when they type her script and she's reading from that, when she's reading her script on her show, they have to type certain words out phonetically for her to be able to read them. This bitch can't even read, and people are hanging on her every word.
What's funny to me though is as a semi-sentient being, somebody that breathes air and has like some type of functioning brain that's going on, wouldn't you walk away from that and say anecdote? No, it's anecdote, and then actually get it right and get it right the next time. The fact that she was like, well, that's the right way to say it, so that's the way I'm just going to keep saying it. Maybe she's not. Maybe she doesn't know what the hell's going on. Maybe she literally is a flesh puppet.
No freaking clue, you guys. She is so dumb. I don't know how she got here. And then I get accused of being paid every single freaking day of my life for the last 2 years when I'm literally just working because I care about this country, for the future, for my kids, for my future grandkids and future great grandkids, and for your kids and grandkids. This bitch is raking in the dough and people aren't even questioning anything she's saying. What is happening? We are living in a simulation. This can't be real life.
That's true.
SK, if we could pay you, we would pay you. By the way, can we let's move the ball forward because I know Patriot Dad's got to go. We got like 13 minutes left to clear. We got to empty the chamber of all the stuff. So earlier we had someone talking about Farmer and his wife getting arrested. That wasn't right. Farmer is Candace's husband, George Farmer and Lord Farmer and all that. That's a different thing. However, this guy's wife did get arrested today.
This is William Kelly, right? It's in there.
This is William Kelly.
Shows up at my fucking door with an M4 again to come arrest my wife for a peaceful fucking protest. And you know what the worst fucking part is? She said my dog just died. And they said I fucking know. They fucking knew. Fuck these fucking Nazis. Fuck you, Kristi Noem. You're going to fucking prison. You think we're going to prison? You're a fucking traitor, and we know you're going down, you bird-legged hoe.
So this maniac, this maniac thinks that his wife's going to get out of being indicted and going to jail because their dog died.
This is why you can't give participation.
He took his
trophies.
wife to that. His wife was there. So for those of you that don't know, the Department of Justice today unsealed a 30-person indictment for the rest of the people that were involved in that raid on that church.
I mean, they had to have known she was going to get arrested. She was freaking there. They had to have known. Did they stage the death of the dog as a possible excuse to get out of it, like a get out of jail free
This is
card?
participation trophy culture right here. This is what happens when you give kids participation trophies.
I mean,
holy crap. He did seem like he was more upset about his wife getting arrested than himself getting arrested.
It could have been because this happened today.
Yeah, I saw
also.
this. I saw this. This is sick.
Maybe they did stage the dog's death because you had a furry trans Tifa troon guy, trans activist Laura Russell, who attends anti-Trump protests.
Just so you know,
was just
every time
arrested.
you put something on the screen, we're looking at Bill Clinton's opening statement.
I'm not.
Are you serious? I'm not.
Everybody in the comments and me are.
Take that out of the green room entirely.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Get out of here. Which one?
Get
Okay.
that out of there.
It's up there now.
Okay. That's the wildest thing I've ever seen. I'm so sorry because it wasn't even on the stage. Anyway, this dude or chick, I don't fucking know. This troon, a trans Tifa furry person, was arrested today on charges of bestiality because the furry thing is almost always going to end up there.
Do you guys remember what I said when you sent this in the text chain today? Do you remember what I responded?
No,
with?
I don't remember what you said. No, I don't.
Furries are gonna furry.
And I said I didn't realize that furries were into actual real animals, but apparently that's a thing.
I mean, why wouldn't
Well,
they?
they're not supposed to
about
be,
being
but it
animals.
turns out. Yeah, I mean, it ultimately has to go there. There's no way it can't end up there. What else we got?
I need you to pull up Left Plans Trials for me. And I want to spend the last couple of minutes talking about this because this infuriated me when I saw it today, folks. So we're supposed to leave you on a good note. I'm going to leave you on a note that's going to piss you all off.
Yeah.
This is going to make you mad.
I don't think I've seen this. So this is the first reaction.
Fairly solid inside information to report to you from Washington, D.C. I've been down here for the winter in South America, hanging out on the beach and by the pool, kind of taking a break from all the craziness in the United States. But I have been on the phone with my contacts in Washington pretty much nonstop, 3 or 4 hours a day, talking to people, asking them what the plan is. And as some of you may know, I was appointed by President George W. Bush back in 2001 to help head up the National Charity Awards, where we raise tens of millions of dollars for groups like the first responders to 9/11 and many other groups. So I built contacts all over Washington, frankly, mostly in the Republican Party. I've never been a Democrat, although I think Trump and all the crazy people he's appointed in his cabinet have turned us all the thinking people into Democrats, at least temporarily, while they're insane. But I'm talking mostly to Republican congressmen and, of course, some Democrats. So here's what
I want to stop this real quick, because I want everybody needs to understand what he's talking about. When he's talking about my friends in Washington and Republicans who Trump has turned to Democrats, what he means is all of the establishment in D.C. who know how to move money around and make themselves rich as fuck and do nothing for this country while they sell off our jobs and our economy and our livelihoods to foreign countries so that they can continue to get rich and rich and more rich and more rich. That's
exactly his
who
job.
he means.
That's exactly what this guy's
about.
job was. This guy was appointed by George W. Bush in charge of fundraising for a bunch of different things, which is how they launder money out of your pocket. That's exactly what this guy does.
Right.
All right. Now,
the
this is where it starts to get
whatever he said.
this is where it starts
That's
to
really
get
good.
really aggravating. And I want you guys to listen to this. And I want Nom's and I want SK's opinion on this. And I have a thought before we wrap up.
Okay. Ready, go.
What they're telling me over and over is the plan moving forward. Okay, you're probably not going to see this on CNN. I don't have it in writing. This is what I'm hearing. Take it for what it's worth. We'll see what happens. But what they're telling me is this is the plan. When the Democrats win the midterms, they're going to win both the Senate back and the House. That's what they think, which is going to give them obviously a majority. And then what they're planning on is impeaching Trump, impeaching J.D. Vance, impeaching Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and others, and putting them on trial, very similar to the Nuremberg trials that the Nazis were tried under, if you remember from your history books. This is very, very serious news. The bottom line is
this is fucking straight bullshit. But
okay, we can stop it.
I mean, just
did you hear that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that should be played everywhere. And I think that everyone should go out, especially in Texas right now. Your primaries are already open. Your early voting is open. Everybody needs to vote in the primaries because Republicans have a problem for some reason showing up in the primaries. And we have the same thing happening again. This is repeat. This is why you have to learn from history. Remember the Tea Party movement and remember how that fucked the Republican Party. That's where we're at today. So get out and vote because you have the Candyland cult and all these fucking crazies dividing the right and nobody shows up to vote in midterms from the right. So get out and vote or we're going to lose everything and then we're all going to be screwed.
Folks, I'm going to post this video in its raw form on my X account at PatriotDad EV77. After we're done with the show, you need to download this video and you need to start sharing the ever living crap out of it because this is what is coming if we don't get off our asses and win this damn midterm. This is what they plan to do. Now, when I was listening to this in the back of my mind, I was hearing NomDePlume's voice saying, for what? What exactly are you going to put these people on trial for, a Nuremberg style trial for? Everything, literally every aspect of what they have done has been tested by the courts or is in fact being tested by the courts right now. Mark Elias, Norm Eisen, and the entire lawfare apparatus has made damn sure that everything that this administration has done has been done legally. The courts have validated it, have upheld it. And if they found that if the court has said, hey, you can't do that, they've stopped doing it. There is nothing they can do legally to put these people in front of a Nuremberg trial, but they are going to try anyway. SK, go ahead, and then I want to come back real quick. Yeah, clip that.
Yeah, clip that. But also, it's important to remember that they've already told you they are not just going to go after Donald Trump and JD Vance and Pam Bondi and everyone in the Trump administration for Nuremberg trials. They're going to come after you too. If you are a Trump supporter and you've posted anywhere on social media or spoke out in favor of Donald Trump, they are coming after you. They've made that clear.
That's right.
Come on, bitches, let's go.
I knew that. And this, this is for you.
What is?
If this Yahoo and all of the lunatics that are surrounding this perspective, whether they're Republicans, whether they're Democrats, whether they're Bush appointees, whether they're Obama people, I don't really care. Do you think that we're just going to sit around and allow you to do this? Do you think that the American people, 77 million of us that put Donald Trump in office, you think we're going to allow you to physically drag these people in front of a Nuremberg style court? You know, there was a time not that long ago where we used to talk about you will not be able to walk down the streets. That is what's going to happen to you if you think you're going to get away with this. Do you think that we're going to allow you just to remove our president for following the law and enforcing the law? Do you think that we're going to let that happen? You got another damn thing coming. It ain't going to happen. I can assure you of that. And any Republican that dares, I'm not done. I'm not done. Any Republican that dares to go along with this agenda, your time in office is over. I will make it my personal mission to make sure that every single one of you never step foot in Washington, D.C. again. You will lose every campaign you ever run. Every dollar that's sent to you from the people will disappear. You will go home with your tail between your legs and you will never have the respect of your neighbors again by the time I get done with you. If you think that you're going to take our president out because he's doing the things that he promised us to do, you got another damn thing coming. And I hope you hear me. It is not going to happen. But the only way we stop that, folks,
I can't stop it. I can't stop it now. It's got to happen. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
The only way we stop that, folks, is to get off our asses and go vote.
Yes.
Sorry.
Hold on. Just 1 second. This is hilarious.
What are you guys all fired up about over there?
That was funny.
What was funny about it?
It was just funny.
No, it's a good clip, dude. It's a good rant. It was a good. I just kept fucking it up, but I'm like, I can't stop it at that point. We were two-thirds of the way through the clip it, and you kept going. So I'm like, okay.
He said I started peeing and I couldn't stop.
You were peeing?
No, I wasn't. Jesus. No.
What the hell are you guys doing?
No, but hold on. The one thing
We're having more fun than you are, apparently.
Yes, a lot
I'm
more.
pissed. That pisses me off that these
Yes,
assholes think that they're
but-
going to be able to get away with this simply because the president is doing what we asked him to do.
But maybe if I say this with a smile on my face, it won't be threatening. Okay. So I just want all of the people on the left that think that anything that guy said that you guys are apparently planning is actually going to work. Just know that everyone on the right side of the aisle has been training for this our entire lives. And you really don't want to go there because you'll regret it.
Yeah. So listen, I'm not going to say it with a smile on my face, and I'm not going to do all that stuff that Patriot Dad just did because that was fantastic. I will say this: if you try to come and put me in jail for being a Trump supporter, I will put a fucking magazine in your fucking face. A magazine of fucking
A
bullets. in your
Time
face.
magazine from AMI.
No. I'm just saying. Anyway, I think we're about out of here.
It's been 2 hours. Patriot Mom is like, dude, wrap it up. We got family time.
No,
we love you guys.
Got some plans.
Are
She's
we
got
in
some
trouble
plans.
with Patriot Mom?
No, not at all. But
No.
there are,
Hey, listen. Look, Patriot Dad's got to work, and we're working. Work is over. It's now 10:30 now, or it's 11:30 now. It's time for Patriot Dad to go. Yeah, work's over.
That's right,
guys. You've been fantastic.
Yep.
How do we get out of here? We don't have to. What are we going to play on the way out?
Play that awesome video.
Play the new one.
Well, I took it out, so we got to bring it back
Put it
in.
back.
I
Put it back.
So I mean, I
Hey,
don't
did
know
we
where it
ever?
is.
While you're looking, did we ever get the editor access to the back end production team so they can start posting
I
stuff
don't even
for
know
us?
what that means.
I know.
To where?
That's why we didn't invite you to.
No, because you can't. I have not figured out how to give it only to certain folders. So anyway, we're out of here. We'll figure it out.
In the shadows of the Capitol, they're scheming in the night, selling out our freedoms for a pocket full of spite. From the border to the heartland, the wolves are at the door, twisting truth and tearing down what our fathers fought before. But I'm a patriot source, standing tall and true, with a Bible in my hand and old glory flying blue. Ain't apologizing for loving this land. We'll fight the forces of evil with fire in our stand. God bless the USA, we'll never back down. Patriots for freedom,
I love this.
wearing that crown.
Get it.